All right, so you guys, I came back home to Atlanta from Houston. I was making good money out there in Houston. And I finally had got stable after being evicted. So things were good on the adult side of things, but the dreamer and creative side of things were taking a hit because I never had the time, I never had the energy. I'm always working, I'm making good money, I'm stable. I don't have to worry about how I'm going to get to work. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat, how I'm going to pay my bills, and all those things was just like, it was good. But I'm like, I'm drained and I'm not doing the thing that I want to do. I'm meant to create. I'm not creating. So it just felt like I'm in a box. You know what I mean? And every day feels like heavy because it's like, damn. You know what I mean? You're not utilizing your gift. You're not walking in your purpose. And for those, some of you may understand what I mean by that. It's just like you want to live your life on your terms. You want to get out there and go for every day, come hella high water on your terms. And so I asked my mom, I was like, hey, can I come back home? No, she been telling me to come home because when I finally told her I'm living out in the streets and I'm going viral for it, she was like, yeah, bring your ass home. But I was like, nah, I'm stick it out. And maybe this is something that people need to see, that you can hit a low moment and you can climb back up. So I did that. I was homeless for probably like a couple of months, maybe, before I ended up renting this studio apartment. Well, this photography studio. And I worked like every day. I worked at McDonald's and I worked at Russo's. The McDonald's out there in Old Fourth Ward. Not Old Fourth Ward, I'm thinking about Atlanta. Third Ward. In Third Ward out there in Houston. By TSU, I believe. And I worked at the Russo's out there in Midtown Houston on Gray Street. So yeah, every day pretty much, 4 or 5 days a week, which almost every day. I'm out there just going from Russo's to McDonald's and back to Russo's the next day. And then I had the money to go ahead and get the studio. I feel like I'm wondering, but I'm giving y'all the backstory. I had the money to go get the studio, and then I got paid for videography. One of my homegirls hooked me up, like for real, for real. I got paid $1,500 for that shoot, so I was able to pay some people, like my mom, my aunt, people I owe money to, and also go to Walmart and just get a couple of things for the new place. But like I said, and then I end up leaving, um, McDonald's because it was kind of like I was I was physically tired. The job itself wasn't that bad. Like it used to get hellish in there a little bit, but it was straight. You know what I mean? But the money wasn't there, and there was a lot of energy going into it. So I was like, okay, I can just work Russo's because that's where I'm getting most of my money from anyway. And that job is clean cut, simple. I was just washing dishes. But for like, I was on my way to work one day. This was like right before Pastor Keon did the Cry Out Fest, and I was just feeling like there's a change coming. I'm gonna have to move on to something else. Now, if you've been through as many things that I've been through in the past few years, you feel change. You feel it. You just, damn, I'm gonna have to get ready for a new journey. Like you just turn around and it's like, oh, it's that time again. And yeah, lo and behold, my store manager was on my ass for 3 days straight. 3 days straight. I think I posted a video about it. So if you guys want to watch it, you can go back and watch it. I don't even want to get into it for real. But yeah. So I ended up getting, like I said, I ended up getting that studio apartment, and it was like on the north side of town. So I was like, all right, I'm not finna come down here for this shit. I got $1,500 in my pocket. The studio only costs, I think, $600 a month, right? So cool. I have the checks that I've been making from McDonald's and Russo's, and then I have this $1,500. I can make something work, get a new job real quick, do what I need to do. So I ended up getting a job at Whiskey River. I ended up getting hired at Whiskey River, but never started. And I got hired on at damn, this is gonna seem so disrespectful because these people really looked out for me. Most money I made in Houston. Fuck, I'm just having brain farts, y'all. I'm sorry. Fuck. Park Place 249. Damn, y'all. My apologies, for real. Park Place 249 really looked out for me. Shit, I went up in there and I started making about $600 a week on average. Now, that may not be a lot of money to some people, but from someone who literally came out there and was homeless and found out they lost their job that they had before they came back, that was decent. You feel what I'm saying? That's on the low end. And then they gave me opportunity to start moving around the restaurant, like working in the kitchen, working behind the bar. So that $600 a week would easily turn into $900 a week. But like I said, I'm working all these hours at Park Place 249, and it's cool. It's relaxed for the most part. It's hectic because it's like a club atmosphere. It gets hectic, but I've been working in clubs, in and out of clubs since I was 19. And I'm about to be 35, so you know what I mean? Do the math. So it don't really bother me. But what bothered me was like, dang, I really don't have the time to do nothing else. I don't have time to create. I don't even have the time to see Houston. So at this point, I've been in Houston for going on a year, and I still haven't been outside for real. Like, I've been outside to a couple things. I went to Brian Michael Cox's birthday event, and what else did I do in Houston? I went to a Nardo Wick event. He was hosting at Sakai. And the 100 Black Men voting event, I went to that. And I also went to another event downtown by the convention center. It was at Culture, Houston Culture. It's like a restaurant. It's a cute little restaurant downtown. But if you're interested in it, look it up. But yeah, I went to those things. Out of a year, that's like probably like 4 or 5 events. Oh, and the R&B, Houston R&B tour. I did go to that stop. But yeah, that's not a lot. You know what I mean? For someone who was outside in Atlanta, in the circuit, moving around, working with upcoming artists, working with promoters, doing BTS for celebrity events, like all types of stuff. Like I was used to that for the most part. So when I got to Houston, it's like, you know, I kind of like sat down. I really wanted that peace and quiet. But at the same time, I still wanted to experience another city. So, yeah. So, long and behold, I'm working my ass off. I'm making good money. I'm the most stable I've ever been. But, like I said, I don't have the time to create. I'm not in circulation. I'm not experiencing anything. So, I'm like, let me go back home and basically see what I can do with this platform. Because now, because of the eviction event, I have like 17,000 subscribers and I'm monetized. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a good enough time to just go back home and regroup. And if I want to come back to Houston, come back to Houston. But I do have full plans on traveling to Rio and Berlin, by the way, and making content for you guys. It's going to be short films. It's going to be vlogs, behind the scenes, doing media content again. But yeah. So, came back home. I've probably been home. I got here July. It's October. What's the math on that? I got here mid-July, like I was saying. So, it's August, September, October. So, I've been home for almost 3 months. Home as in here in Atlanta. And yeah, so I was like, dang. So, let me get back out here. Now, the plan was to sit down first and just start creating, try to get my traffic back up, because my traffic had died because I was working so much at Park Place 249 and then coming home trying to sleep. And I was still doing like a little something. I wasn't completely like not doing nothing at all, but I just wasn't doing it at the scale that I wanted to do it. And yeah, so I got a job at Gusso's. I got a job at FedEx. Probably let Gusso's go, probably like 3 weeks to a month in. And then like I tried to stick it out with FedEx, and FedEx was cool. it was like working in the warehouse, and there wasn't that many people in there, so that was cool too. Low volume, and what I mean, you just unloading trucks and loading trucks. I've been also doing that since I was 19. I've had many jobs in different areas since I was 19. Um, I've done I've done call center work. I've done restaurant work. I've worked in clubs. I've worked in warehouses, grocery stores, and not just one time. It was like multiple times. I'm doing different industries, and then doing videography and content as well. So yeah, but yeah, recently what happened with FedEx, I lost my badge. And like I said before, I be feeling when a change is coming. So I was like, damn, I've been so good at keeping up with things, been very disciplined. How did I lose my badge? I was like, shit, it's time to go. And I had planned on giving it probably like another couple of pay periods to a month. We get paid every week. So I was like, let me do like two more pay periods or maybe another month before I dip. But I just dipped. I didn't plan on it. I just got out here and started creating some more, and then I went to this video shoot. And then from that video shoot alone, generated majority of the 2.3 million views and almost $2,000 now that I can use as a nest egg to create more content and not be stressed about time and money and my day to day. Cause like literally the only thing I be stressed about for real when it comes to this is the time and money for my subscriptions for the apps I use for editing. Cause I'm actually doing like I was saying, I'm actually doing a web series and I'm doing AI content as well. All those things cost. So if you guys been seeing the AI teasers I've been putting out, it's gonna get better. It's definitely gonna get better. It's gonna be more of it. Hopefully you guys like what you see. And like I said, I'm so flexible. You can literally put in requests of things that you want to see, and I will try my best to make it happen. And I will try my best to make sure it's good, not just on the timeline or on your feed, but actually good. So yeah, I guess I was like, let me give you a piece of an update. I really planning on coming on here talking about the viewership it took to get this money, but I guess I have to give you a piece of the backstory. So yeah, I'm thankful for everyone who's been tuning in. I'm thankful for all those people that sent me cash apps. Y'all were clutch, but because before I got the jobs at McDonald's and Russo's, I was out here, no money. Not out here, but out in Houston with no money. And some of you guys were sending me $20, $50 once a day or something like that. And it was getting me through because I'm like, okay, at least I can go to McDonald's, use this app. You know what I mean? I can buy some toiletries, wipes, or whatever I need to get through the day. And I was also able to keep up my phone bill. So yeah, shout out to y'all for real. Yeah. Yeah. It's more on the way, y'all. I just wanted to come on here, give y'all the real moment. I'm sorry the background is not looking all that. My hair ain't cut. But hey, we here. We fam.